I want you to change the world, and don't think that this is going to happen peacefully or you can do it alone. We need to kill the rich. You get out there, you use your weapons, and you rip Washington apart. You hunt down the billionaires, the bank bosses, the CEOs, the scumbags and the liars, the governors, the lobbyists, the senators, because they're all the same, and you hang them.
Good morning, everyone. It is April 25th, 2018. I'm Eric. I'm here at shtfplan.com. Army building self-aware squid-like robot that can be 3D printed during combat. Now, sounds a lot like the Squiddies from the Matrix, doesn't it? This was originally published by Tyler Durden over at Zero Hedge. The Army Research Laboratory's next robot weapon isn't a new Predator drone or even a robot dog like the infamous prototype developed by Boston Labs. Instead, it's a self-aware robot built from flexible materials inspired by the invertebrates like squid, the Army Times reports. But in addition to its advanced machine learning capabilities, the material used to build the robot is so lightweight and malleable that soldiers will be able to print the robots on the battlefield, control them with controllers that send electric current through the materials. In case you weren't already terrified of robots that can jump over walls, fly or crawl, Army researchers are developing your next nightmare, a flexible, soft robot inspired by squid and other invertebrates. And they want soldiers to be able to use 3D printers to make them on the battlefield. The U.S. Army Research Laboratory and the University of Minnesota are developing materials that can be 3D printed based on the flexible and nimbleness of invertebrates such as a squid, according to an ARL release. Researchers were inspired to design the new type of robot after testing material that would bend in any direction when hit with electricity. Traditional materials are too rigid and limit certain types of movement that robots might require to get into confined or restricted spaces, said Ed Habitur, an ARL researcher. The prototypes that Habitur and fellow ARL researchers developed gave 3D printed actuators 3 times the movement as what's been tested before. The material that they've used in their testing will bend in any direction when hit with electricity. In the initial phase of the project, our team began by investigating new methods for emulating the locomotion of invertebrates, said Michael McAlpine, a professor at the University of Minnesota. That helped researchers learn how to apply the natural movement of invertebrates like squids to produce high bending motions without skeletal support, McAlpine said. As scientists continue to study the material, the head researchers say that they will be able to build robots that are dynamic, self-aware, and able to adjust to battlefield conditions. Because the material doesn't have to be dried, heated, or assembled, it would require little training and could be used for printable robots that soldiers could make and use whenever and wherever they're needed. If you can understand these interactions, then we can use those insights to fabricate dynamic structures and flexible robots which are designed to be self-aware, self-sensing, and capable of adjusting their morphologies and properties in real time to adapt to a myriad of external and internal conditions. While the Army is building squid-like robots that can squeeze into confined spaces, whether it's to search for explosives or rescue or treat wounded soldiers, Amazon is working on a top-secret robotics project of its own, building what it hopes to be, or will be, the first domestic robot to break into the mainstream. So, as if the people didn't have enough shit to worry about, now we have Squiddies to worry about. I'm telling you, if we don't act soon, we won't be able to. Hope everyone has a great day. Kill the state before the state kills you.